I was sick, sick unto death with that long agony.
Is guilty.
I had swooned, but still will not say that all of consciousness was lost. What of it there remained I will not attempt to define or even to describe, yet all was not lost. In the deepest slumber, no. In delirium, no. In a swoon, no. In death, no. My outstretched hands at length encountered some solid obstruction. It was a wall seemingly of stone masonry, very smooth, slimy, and cold. I followed it up, stepping with all the careful distrust with which certain antique narrators have inspired me. In groping my way around the prison, I could not fail to encounter this bag upon completing the circuit. So, at least I thought, but I had not counted upon the extent of the dungeon or upon my own weakness. The ground was moist and slippery. I staggered onward for some time when I stumbled and fell. My excessive fatigue induced me to remain prostrate, and sleep soon overtook me as I lay. Upon waking and stretching forth an arm, I found beside me a loaf and a pitcher with water. I was too much exhausted to reflect upon this circumstance, but ate and drank with avidity. Quitting the wall, I resolved to cross the area of the enclosure. At first I proceeded with extreme caution, for the floor, although seemingly of solid material, was treacherous with slime. In the confusion attending my fall, I did not immediately apprehend a somewhat startling circumstance, which yet in a few seconds afterward, and while I still lay prostrate, arrested my attention. It was this. My chin rested upon the floor of the prison, but my lips and the upper portion of my head, although seemingly at a less elevation than the chin, touched nothing. I put forward my arm and shuddered to find that I had fallen at the very brink of a circular pit. It was the painted figure of Time as he is commonly represented, save that, in lieu of the scythe, he held blood at a casual glance, as opposed to be the picture image of a huge pendulum such as we see on antique clocks. I now observed, with what horror it is needless to say, that its nether extremity was formed of a crescent of glittering steel, about a foot in length from horn to horn, the horns upward and the under edge evidently as keen as that of a razor. Inch by inch, line by line, with a descent only appreciable at intervals that seemed ages, down and still down it came. Down, steadily down it crept. Down, certainly, relentlessly down. Down, still, unceasingly still, inevitably down. In their voracity, the vermin frequently fastened their sharp fangs in my fingers. The measured movement of the pendulum disturbed them not at all. Avoiding its strokes, they busied themselves with the anointed bandage. For the moment, at least, I was free. I said, any death but that of the pit. Fool, might I have not known that into the pit it was the object of the burning iron to urge me? Could I resist its glow? Or if even that, could I withstand its pressure? I shrank back, but the closing walls pressed me resistlessly onward. I struggled no more, but the agony of my soul found vent in one loud, long, and final scream of despair. outstretched arm caught my own as I fell, fainting, into the abyss.